Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks for joining in. I'm just gonna throw out a few notifications while we get things sorted here. Thanks for joining me on episode 2 of the live streams. Working on Radio Silent again today, and I'm really excited to be getting on with this stream. Let me know if you can hear everything alright, if the visuals look okay for the starting screen at least. But yeah, it's really good to have you guys here. The last stream was so much fun, and I'm so excited to get into the next one. Thanks everyone for joining again. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for becoming a member. All the money goes straight to the community helper team. I really appreciate everyone that's donated or joined as a member in the last stream. Thank you very much. So yeah, today I'm going to be doing a bit more Magic of Voxel work, as well as doing some work inside the level. I've just left a nice piece of the world to do some work on, and I really wanted to touch it for the last couple of days and actually do work on it, but I've said no. I'm waiting for the stream. Hey everyone, thanks for joining, thanks for chatting. Maybe a little bit quiet. All right, thanks Rachel. Hey, how we doing? Here from the server. Thanks Bustle. What a baguette flour, gaming spinach, referring to the baguette flour of last week. As you guys know, I do these streams every single Tuesday at this time. So yeah, thanks for joining. And I think we're going to crack straight in just a bit. Just waiting for a few more people to get in. Doing a little bit more work. Just getting everything set up. Give me 2 minutes and we'll be in. But yeah, thanks for liking everyone. Appreciate all those likes coming in. I can see them racking up a little bit. I'm doing good, thanks Demonic Fusion. How you doing? Hey Lewis, how's it going? Welcome back. Hello from Argentina, nice. Wicked, alright. Everyone's here, that's all good. Yeah, so we got this like train yard we're going to be working on today. I've been working on the building and kind of the surrounding environment, really just getting the boring stuff out the way to get all the fun stuff straight, right for you guys to look at, instead of just me going through the boring landscape. What 3D modeling software do you use? We use Magic of Voxel to create all the assets in this game. All right, let's go for it. How long have you been practicing coding and project making? I've been making games, well, making like mods and little bits since I was like 11. I'm 25 now, but like professionally as a game developer, only like 4 or 5 years, something like that. Hey Weez, how's it going? Thanks for becoming a YouTube member. Appreciate it. All right, let's get going. So here we are back in the world of Radio Silent. I'll show you guys what we were working on last week. Let's just get this thing set up a little bit. Hey Cooper Kit, how we doing? Pepe says hello from Germany, Berlin. Awesome. Bus was complaining about the truck. Don't worry, mate. That one's getting fixed in the next 2.0 multiplayer update coming in the summer. So last week we were working on this right here, and it was really good. You guys were giving me some really good suggestions. Hey, thanks for the donation, Teamez DGF. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. All the donations, all the ad revenue, everything like that goes straight to the community helper team, moderators here in chat, and the people who help out on Discord. All right, so yeah, we made this right here, and we kind of were designing a little bit of a story to go along with these two buildings. See, it's a farm shared between two houses and only one little, what's it called, an outhouse. And they wouldn't get on with each other because one of them makes more pumpkins than the other one. So there'll probably be some sort of quest that we'll make later on about those two. Over here, this is the nicer kind of house. Guys, remind me again, I say this every time we see it, but remind me when I make a better painting to change that painting so it's not the pearl earring, because that would be quite expensive for this poor farmer. So we did that. Then we did some work over here making this, it's like a barrel blacksmith. So he's got a few tools over here that we're working on. You can see there's a little forge here. We need to get some lighting in these scenes so they're not as dark. So we'll be working on that later on. We've also kind of got the like lanterns and stuff in place. So there's a couple of lanterns here to actually prepare to light up that scene. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Omar's saying, will the ground be destructible as well? And yeah, the ground will be destructible. If you shoot a rocket at the ground, it will blow up. If I remind you guys, so basically the game uses a tiered material system. So each one of these colors is like a different material. And then you can see they're in different groups for their durability. So a low caliber bullet will go through just tier 1, whereas a higher caliber will go through 1 and 2, maybe even 3. And landscape, you can see right here, is in tier 3, right at the bottom. All right, so this is that area. So we're going to go through the town and to the other side of it, where we've got the building that we're going to be working on today. DRTNT asks, when did you start using Unreal Engine? I started using it in, must be like 2017, I think. But yeah, I've been using it for a few years now. 2017? Doesn't sound right. Maybe 2016. I don't know. Time is just irrelevant in my head right now. Yeah, I do not remember things well. So this is kind of, there's like these train tracks that come in here. And they go straight into this locomotive maintenance yard. Obviously this isn't a locomotive, it's a carriage, but whatever. So what we're going to do here today is we're going to put like a lot more detail in here. This might be an area where the player has to the players have to sneak around. So I want to make sure there's like enough cover that if you are kind of trying to stealth around this level, that you've got enough cover to be able to do so. But first, what we're going to start out with is the outside of the area right here. I want to make this into kind of like a parking lot. So we just like maybe 2 or 3 cars here. And I also want to have like a chain link fence that goes kind of all the way around it. So we're going to start off here and start working on what the chain link fence will look like. Here's our reference, so we know how big a character is in the world, and there's also a chicken, because I don't have a reason for that, but there is a chicken. So we're going to go for something maybe like this, so you can't really jump over it. I think this tool, what was that? 36, perfect. Will you be able to crouch? Yep, you can crouch, yeah. Not sure if you're going to go prone. I haven't really decided if that's going to be a thing yet. But you can definitely crouch so far. I imagine we'll pretty make it so you can go prone. I mean, it's kind of annoying, isn't it, when games don't let you go prone. Because whenever you need to go prone, that's like, you know, you only figure out the game doesn't let you go prone at the time that you need to go prone. A broken fence with a bit to crawl through. Yeah, Omar, genius idea. We are going to do that. So I'm going to make a couple different variations of this fence. I think maybe it might be a really good idea actually if we look up chain link fence. Let's go like 1930s. Maybe we can find something good with that. Let's have a look. Not great imagery, is it? That's quite cool. Warsaw. With the barbed wire on top. Maybe we could do something similar with barbed wire. Okay. So now we know what chain link fences look like. Well, I mean, one thing that we did clearly see there was the fact that there is kind of like this sort of thing. Right. Yeah, should we go for like, what I'm thinking is having like this, and then like in a layer in front of it, you've got kind of like the actual wire in like a cross link pattern. It's tricky because the thing is I want to just do this to make a chain link fence, but because none of the cubes are touching on their faces, it means that they'll just be destroyed, because the way that voxels check if they're touching each other is they need to actually touch. They can't do it diagonally. So yeah. Howdy y'all. How's it going, Albert? Yeah, Bustle, if you check my most recent video was the radio silent announcement. You might want to go back and watch that because it's got all the info you need to know about this game. Right. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll start again because that didn't look good. Tricky. Chain link fences, surprisingly a lot harder than what you'd think. All right. Possibly something like this. It's tricky because it's got to look good. Okay, that looks alright. Sorry, I'm really rusty today. I do not know what's going on with me. Right. See, that almost looks good, but the fact that it's got like 4 in the middle does not look good. How can we make that better? Sparrett says make a normal fence, but make some of them see-through by disabling the rendering on them. Normally in a game you would kind of do that. You would just have like one big plain wall, and then you would have like a transparent material on there. But because we're working in voxels, we can't really do that. Yeah, Galaxy, who knew fences could be so hard, right? It sucks. Right, we're gonna go through with that and that. This really is a tricky one to start out with. I have not started this stream off to a good start. What about this? Something like that, and then we do the chain link fence in there. But now begs the question of how do we do the chain link fence? We've got kind of like this option, which is tricky, doesn't look amazing. Venomous Snake, did you say in your last Dev Monthly something about changing the game engine for Hydroneer? No, you are kind of right. We're remaking the physics system in Hydroneer. So we're like, basically there's like a physics engine that mostly all games use. And because the physics are not deterministic, which means that every time you do a physics operation, it's kind of like different for everyone. We're making a physics system where if you drop something, it drops the same for every single person. That's like a deterministic physics system. And that's what we're adding to Hydroneer, and that's why it's taking quite a while, because it's such a massive undertaking to do. Things like Rocket League, they do that. They have a deterministic, they actually use kind of the same system that we're making right now. Right, I'm not enjoying these fences. Well, I think we should do something a bit more simple for these fences. And we have simple fences. Small fence. So we could just do literally something quite basic using these small fences. I think that'll look alright. Let's throw some vehicles in first. Oh my, that's a genius idea actually. 2 layers of fence. One to kind of go one way, one to go another way. Copy that. Paste that. Do another one, and maybe that might work out. It then does become quite thick though, which is a bit of an issue. What do we have? What does this actually look like? Let's have a look. See, to me that doesn't really look like a chain link fence though. That looks a bit too thick, I think. I don't know. We'll forget about that for now. Let's just let's work with these wooden fences, and maybe off stream or maybe later on we'll go back to that. For now though, let's grab this few little cars. Let's have maybe like 2 people that park their cars here. What we do need is another car. I think making something like a military looking vehicle would definitely be a good idea, because we've only really got these like simple vehicles. Wow, this is already having a bit of a derail, aren't we? Started off trying to make chain link fences, now we're talking about making cars. I mean, making the cars is actually quite fun. So I might do that. Let's do the fences outside first, and let's think about maybe doing a car. Brick wall. Yeah, we got a really good brick wall actually, this compound wall. But I think it's just a bit too aggressive for what is essentially just a car park in for like a railway manufacturing yard. We got to remember as well, this town is they're quite poor in this town, so we don't want to go too crazy with like really nice walls and stuff. And then we want to remember to make sure that there's like just a little bit of gaps here. So if you are kind of sneaking around and stuff and you need to make a quick sprint to maybe get like in cover of these cars, that there's like a nice little entrance for you to do that. Yeah, barbed wire, that's a really good suggestion. We do have some barbed wire. Maybe we could maybe what we should do is make it look like the area is kind of yeah, I think that will work. Let's go, I think they're in props. Might not be actually. Barbed wire frame, here we go. We could put some barbed wire here and here, making it look like they are, it's kind of being defended, I guess. Maybe a toll gate. Yeah, we've got a really good toll. I've got a really good like kind of barrier that we can throw up too. What I'm looking for is though, we've got a metal barrel. I can't remember where it is. I drew up an idea for chain fence sparrows. Sparrows, if you shove that in the Discord chat for Radio Silent, I'd love to take a look at that. Yeah, feel free to just throw it in there, and I'll take a look in a sec. Is this game gonna be something like Teardown? So like visually, yeah, it looks slightly like Teardown because they're both voxel games. It's also got like destruction elements in this game, but the actual gameplay is like very, very different to Teardown. Number one, this game is multiplayer. And number two, it's like a stealth World War II shooter. So yeah, completely different gameplay, but a lot of people kind of make the visual similarity. They talk about the visual similarities between the games because, yeah, they do look kind of similar because they're voxel based. But yeah. Right. Yeah, there's a barrier somewhere. Oh, this is that road barrier I was talking about. Maybe we could put that in here as well. Just put it on this side, I think. Yeah, that looks good. I think we need some big barrels though. Oh, now I gotta go run over this way just to check what those barrels I used over here were called, because I can't remember. Oh, these ones. They're called prop metal barrel. Okay, back over here. Prop metal barrel. Where are we here? All right, I'm gonna rename that because I don't like the name of that. Call it barrel metal. Sometimes I like to kind of like reword things, so now you can see we got barrel here, which is like barrel wooden, I guess. It should be called barrel wood. So now they're all next to each other, so I can just think, right, barrel, and then I got barrel metal, barrel wood, and barrel open as well. Barrel open has got some water in the bottom of it. You can see that. Yeah, thanks Itchy for reminding everyone. If you are enjoying the stream, please hit that like. It really, really does help out. All right. Yeah, let's go for some like kind of metal barrels here. I don't know why they use so many metal barrels. I guess because they're kind of quite cheap and kind of they're just always around, I guess, in like a kind of war sense. So what we kind of are picturing right here is what it originally looks like, what the world originally looks like, with a layer of, I guess, like the wartime invasion. I don't know if that's the right term. But yeah, kind of like how everything's converted when there's an invasion. You know, you've got barbed wire, you've got these metal barrels. Well, normally maybe you just have this road barrier, the sign, and the wooden fences. So yeah, let's go ahead with this. I think what we need to do here is just chuck a very small bush on that corner. I'm going for bush 5. Right there. Now that I think about it, maybe we should have one down here as well. Seems so laggy. Yeah, Dragon, it is a little bit laggy. And that's just because the person who made the voxel plugin, Farinaz, he's working on basically creating a new like rendering module for this engine. So right now we're kind of pushing it to its maximum, but in a few weeks we've got like this whole new optimization coming our way for the engine. So we're really, really looking forward to that. But yeah, you are right, it is a little bit laggy and it is a little bit annoying. You know what might be cool is having like a sandbag. No, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. That's definitely not the one I want. Here we go. Galaxy asks, will there be a food and or water system that you have to maintain? No, there won't be. I don't really like mechanics like that where you have to eat and drink to stay alive. This game isn't really going to have any mechanics like that. It's just a heavy stealth. Have heavy stealth mechanics, so you will have to constantly be just evading capture. And sometimes it's kind of quite low key. You know that you're safe if you're hiding in a town that hasn't got a heavy presence of the Reiter Guard. But sometimes when you're on a mission like this, there might be like absolutely loads of them. I'll probably put like a sentry right here looking out this way so you can kind of sneak up along his right flank over here. So you dislike the mechanics of life? Yeah, pretty much. No, I love eating. Although I will admit, I'm a pretty bad cook. I don't really like to cook food. that part of the town. Sorry, so that part of the town was already attacked. Was during the war before. Yeah, plane crash would be really awesome. Actually, I think we could do something like that. That's a really cool suggestion. But yeah, the game is set just after like the world has just been invaded by the Guard. I might do like a Game Dev Monthly episode where I kind of just go over all of the lore, because we've got some really solid lore in the game already, and they'll kind of be like quests that tie into the lore, and it's not too heavy, and it's not too light. It's just the perfect amount of lore, in my opinion. You know, like if you don't care about you know, learning the history of the game or whatever, then you don't really have to dive into that just to play it, which I think is good, because some games I just can't be bothered to hear the storyline. You know what I mean? Right, I need these. What are these? Why are they in that one? All right. Is there going to be an ammo system? Yeah, Cat V asks, is there going to be an ammo system? Yeah, there's going to be a... in the game right now, what I'll do is at the end of the stream, I'll do like just a little tech demo of what we've got. But yeah, there's this... there is an ammo system. Ammo is quite scarce in the game as well, so the game really like pushes you away from getting into large gunfights and kind of makes you move towards playing like a bit more stealthy. Panda's asking, can you build stuff in the game? And I haven't really decided what to build, what players like can or can't build. I think what would be cool is if players can make things like place down like sandbags and stuff, but I haven't really made it like an actual firm decision on whether we'll like allow players to like make things in the game, because it's tricky, because we use Magic of Voxel here, which is like a separate program, so it might be a little bit tricky, especially if it's like importing things in might work, but we'll see. Oh hey, Just Joe, how's it going? Oh yeah, the stream tee. This is a Steam tee that they sent. Oh, look at the back's quite cool. So you send these to the top sellers of 2020, and Hydroneer was lucky enough to be one of the top sellers of May, so they sent me a bunch of cool merchandise. There's some more pictures on my Twitter if you want to follow me. The link is in the description below. Right, I'm done with fences over here. Radio. Let's go for some more bushes just to really detail it out. Captain Cakes asks, hello, and will the game be able to be modded? Not really going to be. It's not really going to be like a game to mod. Like you wouldn't really mod, because it's like an online game. It's more focused on kind of, I guess, the vanilla version of it. Like there's a lot of games that you wouldn't mod, such as like Rainbow Six Siege. You wouldn't necessarily mod it because it's kind of like an online competitive experience. Maybe might have mod integration in the future, but it's definitely not something that will like particularly suit this type of game. Will this game have an inventory? That's a really good question, because obviously Hydroneer has no inventory. Yeah, this game will have an inventory. Yeah. Oh god, what's going on here? Okay. What I've just had a thought. What might be really nice is adding in some dirt kind of like up along these walls. With level design, it's quite nice to make everything look like it fits together when sometimes it doesn't. And obviously right here, I don't know about you guys, but I see like a very flat distinctive line between brickwork and kind of the muddy floor. So what I'm going to do here is just not do that. I'm just going to add just a bit of dirt on this wall here, all around the building. Maybe not this much, but just because I think that kind of ties the building in a bit more, makes it feel a bit more concrete, I guess. Yeah. So there's these things. To answer your question, or I guess comment, Whiskrims. Basically, the game has these things called kits, and they're kind of like skills, but they're skills related to items. So one of them, as you may have seen in the trailer, was the player was using a hatchet, which is one of the kits that allows you to tackle anything that's tier 1 or tier 2 in the game, and you can kind of like make holes in walls and stuff to give you better shooting positions, or what have, or maybe even help you get through some tricky surfaces. So what I'd like is, yeah, like kits that aid you in being able to kind of get over certain things. That would be really fun. So yeah, and basically when you're working in a team as well, you might want to also have like a varied array of kits. So maybe one person plays as a medic character, maybe one person plays as a more of a heavy gunner kind of character, so they might take a kit that kind of suits them. Like what we're planning right now is like a rucksack item, where the rucksack just allows you to carry more, so you could carry more bullets, for example, which would be good for like a heavy weapon. Just gonna add a little bit of dirt on here. Oh, actually, I'm not sure if there should be any here. Kind of kills the tone a bit, I think. Let's get rid of that. Make random vines and walls. Yeah, that's cool. I really want to do make it so players can parkour around, especially not really this town, but mainly the main city. I wanted to be able to kind of like jump from rooftop to rooftop to get around the map. I think that would be really, really exciting, especially if you're trying to like evade capture and you're just like sprinting and jumping from one rooftop to another, running through windows into people's apartments, like some kind of James Bond scene. Or what is it? Is it like, I think it's the film Taken, where they're like running from rooftop to rooftop. That'd be really cool. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Let me know if there's anything wrong, anything you want to suggest for the next stream. Feel free to reach out on Discord if you message in the Radio Silent chat, or kind of at me on Twitter and I might see it. Appreciate all the likes as well. If you are enjoying the video, please hit that like button. It really, really does help out. Yeah. What do you guys think? I think that looks really good. Just that added, just very small amount of detail really like ties the building together. Comparing this side, comparing to over here, that just looks boring. Is it going to be on Steam? Yeah, it'll definitely be on Steam. This game it's a long project, and you guys are in my opinion, like fortunate enough to be here at the start. It's going to be, a couple years of work, but you guys can give me suggestions when I'm doing anything like this. You can say, hey Max, I think it might look cool if you put like a barrel there or whatever. And then when you're playing the game, you can go, hey look, I suggested that one thing. I'm pretty sure someone who donated last stream, I made him a little flower somewhere in the other side of the map. I like the interactability of these streams. I think it's fun to talk to you guys while working. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. And if you do, please hit that like button. If you want to become a member or donate some money, all that money goes straight to the community helper team, people who help answer messages and moderate the forums and stuff. Johnny Sins asks, are rooms gonna have like multiple exits and stuff? And yeah, definitely. In fact, I was watching a documentary by, I think it was NoClip on YouTube. So it's a free documentary about how Hitman's level designers, every kind of room they make, there's like multiple ways to get in and out of that room, and I just think that's like genius level design. They're really, really good, and I'm like a pretty okay level designer, so it might be as quality as they can, especially since they have a lot more resources, a lot more people working on the game. But, you know, there's definitely going to be elements of that. Already we can kind of see there's this one entrance here and then obviously a bigger entrance over there. But I guess you can always just smash your way through a wall, you know, if you've got like a satchel charge or something on you. Black TNT, I'm glad you made the chicken. Yeah, we got the chicken over here, clocking in with the beard man. Philip's saying some windows and bricks may be broken at the start. Yeah and no. In the town, we've got the church that's kind of burnt down, and that's kind of part of the storyline. But really, what's awesome about the system is it looks really cool to kind of start out with a fresh palette and like everything is like not destroyed. And the more the player plays, the more destroyed the world gets. I'm thinking about maybe making it so the world will only reset when you start a new game, or maybe it restarts every time you play. Haven't really decided yet. By restart, I mean durability wise, not like progression wise. But yeah, like that's the beauty of this system is like if you had a gunfight around here, everything would be destroyed. You know, there isn't glass in here at the moment, but there will be glasses in all these panes of glass. Panes of window frames. Yeah, that's the word. There will be like all the frames in there, and lost my train of thought. Yeah. So when you have a gunfight in here, everything would be shattered, and coming back to it will be really exciting to see what it looked like before, or rather what it looks like now from the damage of before. Right. So how's this going? I'm not really liking these. These are looking like they're kind of out in the middle of nowhere doing nothing. So I'm going to put some more temporary vehicles in, and then we're going to swap out these vehicles later on with some new ones. What might be called actually is having a destroyed car. If it's kind of like parked up over here. And then we can kind of think about how the player is going to move through this, right? So they're obviously not going to be coming to this place through the front gate. They're going to be kind of coming either around the left maybe and sneaking up behind here. There's a guard over there, so maybe you throw something to distract them and then run over this way. Maybe shoot them in the back, who knows. Know any coders willing to help make a game? I can model and stuff, but I cannot code. Moon Monkey, if you're looking to start up a game development project, the best way to do that is maybe to go on like a Discord server, like Unreal Slackers, and post on the free message boards and ask if anyone wants to kind of like team up with you on a project. Or maybe if you can offer your services to a project. That's kind of the best way to get started, really. You know, I kind of started out Hydroneer by asking people to help me for free, and now since paid them after the game came out. You know, not a lot of games don't make it to release, and a lot of games will make it to release and then won't even make any money. So it's always a risk, but free experience, like kind of working for free is the best way to get experience, especially if you're kind of new to game development. So that's kind of what I recommend. If you're really just trying to kind of get experience for a game. For working on games, sorry. Oh, Jacob coming in with a brilliant idea. You should make it so someone can get on the roof. Oh, that's so smart. I think this roof's a bit too high for that, but definitely this one right here. What if we just make this right here? If we put that there, you know, or maybe some other crates. Yeah, right. That's a good idea. Big brain thinking right there. Let's get some crates. Use some of these military crates. What do we got? Put this one on its side. That right there. I think we need to stack up a bit more. We should probably also move that a bit over there. Let's get this guy up on its side. And then maybe one on top just to really kind of help a player jump on top. It's probably not going to be high enough. I mean, that's probably high enough to jump up, but let's put something there to really like make the player understand that it is possible to hop up on top of this. Sorry, Itchy, thanks for reminding me about that. A couple times, not 100% sure. Is there going to be any animals or pets? There's definitely not going to be any pets. There might be some animals. Quite tricky with animals because you've got to model them, you've got to animate them, you've got to make sounds for them. You've got to make the AI behavior for each animal. So generally, it's quite a lot of development cost just to add in something as simple as like animals. But yeah, I mean, it would be quite cool to have like deer roaming around and stuff, for sure. Right, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna have one crate that kind of goes across right here. How do you animate with voxels? That's a little bit complicated. We don't actually animate necessarily with the voxels. You just kind of make something in Maya that looks like it's made out of voxels to animate it. Or if it's just a single object, so like doors and stuff, they will be animated through being a separate kind of voxel itself. So you can see here, like this is a separate actor, right? You can move it about just fine. So what we'll do is we'll sort of do the same thing in engine to make things like doors. And then also then you can shoot doors and smash them down and stuff, which is really awesome. Chris is saying he really likes the idea, or her, sorry. They're saying that they really like the idea of the game. Is there going to be a mission-based or scenarios? Yeah, so there's going to be both missions that are like kind of created by myself and my team, and then there's also going to be like dynamically created missions. So like as you play, there might be some bad guys coming on one side of the map, and they're like, "Hey, you need to go kill these bad guys." There's like a officer that came on like a random bit of the map, and you got to like run over there and then, you know, snipe him or something. There's going to be a bit like that sniper warfare in the game that, you know, I just love games when they tell you to go snipe someone. So yeah, we'll have kind of very varied missions, that's for sure. All right, so yeah, that looks pretty good there. Looks like you can pretty much climb up that, but now it looks a bit too obvious. So let's kind of surround the area a little bit with some additional crates, just so it doesn't look a bit too eye-catching, I guess is the right word. Or maybe put some crates on the other side, right over here. Put it behind this ruined car. Now this ruined car's got a lot of nice support behind it, and I think we should probably have a crate behind here so they can have their weapons close to this little barricade. Still sticking out a little bit, but I don't think that's too bad. I think overall that looks like a pretty good scene. Maybe we can kind of put a bit more sandbags around it. And also that'd be a really nice shooting position. You could kind of hide behind here and shoot out that direction. Tactical Destroyer says, so the missions that will pop up randomly separate from the storyline. Yeah, pretty much. You kind of have like one base of operations, which will be maybe someone, like a local person who is kind of like looking out for you guys, who's supplying the missions, maybe gives you a bit of gear from now and then, and they will say, hey, you know, maybe there'll be like a radio in the corner that will come out with separate missions. We haven't really decided a lot of these things. You know, the game's quite early development, so there's definitely time to put suggestions in and for them to actually make their way into the game, for sure. What are the winning conditions? So similarly, the game is based on one massive open world, so there isn't really like winning conditions. You can kind of finish the mainline story quests. You can get the best weapons in the game. You can trade with other players. You can skill up all of your levels. So there's different skill levels to go up in. Each kit, which is as I don't know if you were here, you may not have heard it earlier, but there's different kits in the game. And they have different they don't have different skill levels, and each kit gives you a different kind of I guess, ability. So the hatchet allows you to kind of cut down walls. Binoculars may allow you to see further. Rucksacks allow you to carry more stuff. And then you can kind of skill up these kits so all the way to like level 100 or whatever. As I think what I'll do is I'll probably release the game in early access, and then as I add more missions, the kind of skill cap will go higher and higher and higher. Yeah, there isn't. Hey, how's it going, Uthris stuff? Uthris stuff. Uthris, you building stuff? I love building stuff. Uthris is a really, really good YouTuber, and I think Twitch streamer, maybe. I can't remember. But check out his channel. He's got some really, really cool stuff. He did a really, really cool build for Hydronet, and it's actually on the store page as well. Anyway, right. So we are done here. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to create some sort of like officer's car. So let's head over to Magica. Let's get rid of this stuff that didn't really amount to anything. And head over to the vehicle set. So I like to keep everything in big old sets. So you can see here we've got some cool cars. We've got some bombs, which are colored randomly. I don't know why they're colored that way. Anyway, we've got some cool planes. And what we're going to do here is kind of create a brand new car. So the first thing I like to do before creating any vehicles is look up some concept art. So let's go 1930s officer vehicle. So we got kind of the classic long police car. So that could be something. Let's maybe look at World War II. I want to kind of get something that's like maybe a bit more like a Jeepy kind of thing. Something that looks like it can go off-road. We've kind of got something similar to this already, so I don't really want to be making that. Have you got a sniper kit? Yeah, there'll be sniper weapons. There won't necessarily be kits, but there might be a kit that kind of helps out snipers. So maybe the binoculars might help out a sniper. And then essentially by being a sniper, then you would level up that kit by doing certain things. Right, what do we got here? Let's go... just keep adding words. Keep adding words until something good pops up. I like this. That's disgustingly ugly, but also looks kind of cool because it's so ugly. The Volkswagen Kubenwagen. See what that looks like. Okay, I think that's a good starting place. We can look at something starting out with this monstrosity. Ooh, that's ugly. That is an ugly car. But I like it. It's got this kind of like flat panel at the bottom, which I'm assuming kind of helps with going off-road if any rocks hit it. Little shovel on the side. Yeah, let's make some sort of hybrid of this kind of vehicle. Will there be some sort of time limit to complete the missions? Possibly. It won't necessarily be like a hard time limit. It might be kill these guys before they reach a certain spot. So it might be like an enemy like infantryman is coming to a civilian's house to kill him. Either get to the civilian first or kill the bad guy first. It'd be like nice dynamic missions like that. Anyway, right, let's make this piece of crap. So first thing we can do, there's so many reference images. Let's just chuck that over there for now. Right, so I kind of want to make it around this same size right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to steal this vehicle. No. And we're going to place it over here. Just so I have some kind of... Oh, God damn it. Something like nice size reference to kind of look at. Okay, so this bonnet. What color are we going to make this out of? So we've got to make it out of metal. So I reckon we'll make it out of this green metal right here. This is only tier 3 metal. So we've got tier 3 metal, we've got tier 4 metal. And you can see here the colors are the exact same, but obviously the well, they're almost the exact same. I think tier 4 is a little bit darker. But It basically means how much durability does that item have. So we'll go with tier 3 because it can be like a little bit of lighter armor since it's quite a fast little speedy vehicle. And now I'm going to start off by making the bonnet. So we like to make an odd number. So let's go 9. This bonnet is quite... bonnet? I guess that's a pretty British term, isn't it? Bonnet. It's not like the hood of the car. A license plate that says Hydroneer. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, I don't think I can like write Hydroneer and voxels. You know, it's quite... You haven't got a lot to play with. An infantry truck. Yeah, that'd be cool. In fact, you know what? I'm not gonna make this one. I think the angles are a bit tricky because this is so steep right here. Let's try it again. Let's try this. I want something like that, but not that. Oh, look at that thing. Oh. I think that's probably the same thing, but it does look a bit different. I could alternatively just start working and then see what we end up with. Oh wow, that's a cool looking model. There is the armored car. We could make an armored car. Should I download publishing license or creators license? For what? Put down a hydro truck, a wrecked hydro truck. Yeah, that'd be sick. We should. I'll probably put like a hydro truck like crashed somewhere as a little teaser. That would be a really fun one. We're not finding a lot of good images here, are we? A half track. Oh, should we do a half track? Yeah, let's do a half track. Let's do a half track. What do you think, chat? Should we do a half track of Unreal Engine? I don't know what, mate. There's only one license for Unreal Engine. Right, let's make a half track. And I don't like building it exactly like a real life model. We can kind of go off and kind of take a lot of artistic freedom with this. You know, I don't want it to be the exact same vehicle. Basically, it kind of allows me to change things around a little bit. I like these model ones. They're quite nice to work off of. Right. So, what I'm actually going to do is we're going to go to here. We're going to find... where are we? That's a bit easier to see. Right, I'm going to go on this thing. So this is a program called PureRef, and I absolutely love it. So what you can do is basically lock it on top. You can see I've got a bunch of reference images here. So what I'm going to do is just copy and paste this from the other window I've got, and now we can have that one, and I can have this one just sitting side by side. We can resize that, and then we can kind of have that sitting in the corner right here. So while we work, super easy, genius. I absolutely love it. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just steal this tire right here because I like the size of it. We might need to change the actual shape of the hub, but the overall size is speaking to me, you know, it's talking to me. I'm going to take that. Let the creativity flow through you. Exactly. Tactical Destroyer knows what's going on here. That is, of course, being made out of wood. So we might actually need to make like a rubber version of that, because this all relates to sounds as well. All these materials on the left here, they all relate to the sounds of when you shoot it, when you walk on it, when you break it. They all have different sounds that Dan has lovingly created for the entire game. So you can see here there's actually a difference. This one hasn't got a front bar and this one does. I like to work kind of at the front of vehicles first. So we're going to do the front bar. I think it looks cooler. And we're going to also put that over this way. Put it over there. We'll put it. Give it a smaller. And I forgot the controls. There we go. Okay. So let's go 11, because we like to work in odd numbers with vehicles. Makes it a lot easier to work with. Now I can't see the tools that I need. What date are you planning to release Radio Silent? Not for a very, very, very long time. We are in early development of the game. So yeah, unfortunately not for a while. I would love to have it out sooner, but you know, it's going to be a few years from now probably. But what's cool is you guys are lucky enough to be here right at the start. You know, passing your suggestions on to me, and then when the game's finally out, you can tell your friends when you are running around the world saying, hey look, I suggested that thing and Max put that in. Right. So the front of these things are quite narrow, and then they come outwards. So let's start with not that, or that, or that. We're going to just start with let's start out with 5 on there. I think we'll start working on this profile first, and once we've got this profile finished, then we can kind of expand into the other areas of the vehicle. But I like to work in 2D when like creating a vehicle. So I think for these vehicles, I was kind of creating this like side profile, and then I kind of made it 3D. Yeah, Jacob gets the idea. Hey, look, those boxes exist because of me. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go like this. I think that would be a nice. I think that needs to be a bit steeper. Perfect. And also, what's a really, really cool trick that a lot of artists use is we like to do this, where we destroy half the model and then we duplicate it when it's done and then kind of mirror it. Just makes life so much easier when you can kind of not worry about making the model twice. Okay, bonnet length probably there. Hey Liam, hey, how's it going? Moon Monkey wants to suggest something, but he's out of ideas. Sorry, mate. Right. You know what? I actually think it's got to be a bit bigger. It's got to be like that. Alrighty. So, what we've got here is on the front, there's this kind of slope that comes up. I think that's kind of the best we can do with that. I don't want to make it too sloped because it kind of takes away from the model quite a bit. But luckily the top is quite flat. I think we need another reference image. Let's grab... Oh, this is a beautiful model, holy shit. Look at this model, wow. I think that's like an actual, like, real life toy model. That looks awesome. You can actually see there's like a front section, then there's these 2 panels that go here, so maybe we should do 2 panels on either side of this, like this. Oh yeah, that looks mean. That's the idea with this, is everything's just got to look super mean because it's kind of that German aesthetic, that World War II German aesthetic. And then we need our little little viewport windows. I love these little viewport windows. They look so cool. Nice. So yeah, then when the gunner's sitting, or I guess the driver's sitting in there, you can look out the top. We're gonna have to put a gun on the top. I think what we might do though is, do we do the gun in the game or do we do it in Magicka? I think maybe in Magicka for now, and then later on we can remove it and then put like a real life gun in there. So if you are sneaky, you could climb in the back of the truck and just gun everyone down. But for now, we'll do it in Magicka, so it's not usable. And then later on in the game, we can do that for all you sneaky boys and girls. Just make that doubly thick. And now what I want to work on is the wheel arches. So here's our wheel size. Should probably start positioning it a bit better. So it's also going to have to be in line with the tank tracks. So I'm going to make it just out there. I think that will look good. Now obviously when we mirror that, that will be on the other side as well. So what we're going to do is, oh yeah, what does the wheel arch look like? I think it's filled in, so we're going to go like this. Yeah, and then we're going to remove the middle wicket. And now, just going to do that. Cool. Okay, so now we're going to use these wheel arches, and if you look at pretty much all these models, they all have different wheel arches. I quite like, again, this reference image we got here, like that kind of that short stunt and then flat, heavy vertical, flat, heavy vertical, flat. I think that looks awesome. So Tactical Destroyer says, don't forget to put the little hatch that was used to cover the window when it wasn't in use. Oh, like, do you mean like these little windows here? Captain Cakes asks, how much does it cost to study game design? To be honest, way too much. To study game design is completely free if you use YouTube. And if you are thinking about going into game design and you're thinking about going to university, I would say do not go to university. Just use YouTube. And that's how I went to university to do game design, and everything that I know now is pretty much from just teaching myself. Now I spent a massive amount of time teaching myself, so it wasn't like a super easy thing to do, but it definitely I definitely learned way more just teaching myself. So something to maybe consider if you're thinking about going to university. That's just my personal experience though. Everyone's going to have their own experiences. Some people prefer university or college, or whatever you want to call it where you're from. An active minefield, yeah, that would be sick. Yeah, I mean, the idea of this game is that it's set in a like a Nazi-occupied world, so everything is kind of like a normal town converted into a battlefield. So yeah, you really do have these temporary structures that are in place, like this barbed wire, this all these sandbags and stuff that have been placed down by the enemy and not necessarily there forever. So maybe a minefield might be quite cool, because I guess that would still follow suit with that. Xander Roberts says, I like the music. Thanks. It's this thing right here. Lost it. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's just a playlist on Spotify. All right. Okay. So this needs to come in a bit more. Maybe like that, and then we can. I think what we'll do is we'll put some grey in here, because I don't like just using too much of one colour. We're going to go for like a bit of a darker grey for like the main body of the vehicle. Maybe if we do that, might look quite cool. Oh yeah. It's these little intricate details that really make the difference. But you really got to kind of get in there and get in at the weird camera angles to properly get a good look at everything. Wheel arches especially are quite difficult to do. McCord says it's coming together quite nicely. Thank you very much. Snake Bumble says he's from Germany. Awesome. Or she. Okay, that's coming along quite nice. I think the thing that's really going to make it look good is as soon as those tank tracks are on, it's just going to be like instantly recognizable. Yeah. Jacob says game design fascinates him. Yeah, I mean, there's no time like the present, you know. You can get started today. You just got to look up a YouTube tutorial how to make a game. And yeah, it all it is, you know, I say to people, like, game development is a lot easier than people think it is to get started anyway, and just kind of make a fairly simple game. All it takes is a lot of time to educate yourself, but once you're educated, then you can crack on. All right, gonna go with something like that. This is the really hard part, is like scale, like getting a sense of scale is really tricky. Like you can see here, I kind of messed it up on this vehicle where the axle's just a bit too big. So we're gonna be really, really cautious of this, making sure I don't fuck it up. Might even be a good idea to start working on the tank tracks now. Yeah, we're gonna start working on the tank tracks now. So let's grab that. Yeah, to install Unreal Engine, you got to use the Epic Game Launcher. Okay, getting a kind of good start on this tank track. Just gotta figure out how big it's gonna be. Maybe that big? What do you guys think? Do you think that size? Maybe a bit bigger, bit smaller? Let me know in the chat. Size looks good, Xander's saying. Jacob's asking if it's possible to paint a voxel two colors. No, you gotta, whatever color you paint it. So if I paint it on this side, it's gonna be the entire voxel. It's kind of like an entity in itself. Each voxel is its own thing. Scooter's saying it's the perfect size. I mean, I think I'm gonna go a tiny bit bigger, and if we don't like it, then we can sort it out. Yeah, I think we'll go that size. And if it looks like crap, then tell me and we will redo it. Yeah, I think I'm not going to do the wheels inside first. I think we'll do that last, because then when we know the scale is actually correct, we'll do that. But we can kind of start making these plans for where things are. Maybe do some little lines in here. As you can see, there's some weird, I think that's like a pickaxe or something on the side. We can maybe do like a shovel, might be quite cool. We'll give it a bit of wood there. silly, but looks cool. Right. How do you get in this vehicle? Oh, you get in through the back, don't you? So what's this thing for? It's like an oil inlet. It's like an weird oily tank thing with some vents and some flappy doors. I guess maybe that's like an inspection thing. These things are, I guess, inspection holes for the engine, and then this is just the like radiator part. Okay, let's do that. Let's make it like too thick. So when you are shooting through this, you've got to get through 2 types of thickness. We won't make it like super thick armor. Like the next tier, like tier 4, because I feel like it would be kind of fun to shoot it up. And you know what? If actually no, it should be. What kind of armor would a half track have? Would it have standard metal like you would see in a car, or would it have thicker metal like you would have seen in a tank? It would be somewhere in between, but we don't really have an in between. So what do you guys think? Should we go tier 3, which is found in things like these cars, or should we go tier 4, which is in tanks? Let me know in the thing. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, we're gonna go put some little grates in here. Ooh, that'll be better. Put them in there. Just more interesting shape. Tier 3, tier 4. Oh, it's mixed. It's mixed reviews. It would have armor to, so it's tricky. It's tricky. Maybe it might just be a case of when we're playing the game, when we're testing it out, we can then figure out like, actually, you know what, this isn't powerful enough. Yeah, it might be something that we have to just figure out later on. We will have to see. Anyway, let's kind of head on this way. I think it would be quite cool to have something like this. Paint box. How about armored parts? Yeah, armored parts would be cool. We can have like a dynamic cross between 2 of them. Moon Monkey saying, what I'd do is move the side inwards a bit, giving myself more room for a slope. Yeah, so what I'm thinking here is we actually go, so we do it like this. Obviously, ignore how janky the inside looks right now. We can ignore that. But for this slope right here, we can kind of go, doop, doop. Oh, nah, that's kind of jank. That looks okay. But then it kind of needs to be shoved outwards one slice. Possibly like so. It's hard. It is really hard to make vehicles out of. Luckily, this vehicle is quite squared, but still really hard. Okay. I think the track size is definitely the right size. Let's kind of make the rest of that while we mull it over. mean, it looks good, but it doesn't look great. And we're striving for greatness here. Yeah, I find like doing stuff in like Minecraft really helps out, just having experience in building some kind of voxels in there, even if it's a different scale. Kind of get an eye for these things, right? I quite like the look of it. I like the look how it's not exactly like this as well. You know, we've kind of got our own style going on here, and I think that's a really good thing. Is it me or is the boy looking kind of thin? You know what? This is you bring out a really good point. It might be time for us to flip it. Nope. There we go. If anything, I think that's too thick. You know, it looks like a Hummer or something right now. Maybe it needs to be elongated. I think overall though, that's pretty good. We can delete that. Keep on cracking on like this. Okay. Looks like there's quite a lot of wood inside as well. That's something that I'll probably build into it. Is like a lot of like wood furnishings inside. Right, hold on. If it's okay, if it's looking too short, then maybe we need to elongate. You know? Whew. Thanks, Wheeze. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free, and if you can afford it, feel free to become a member. All the money goes to the community helper team. It's time to elongate. I should use this trick of making half of it in hammer. Yeah, I'll put the wheels in later on. Extend the gap between the wheels and the track. Could move that over one. Yeah, hold on. I think we're onto something here. Move that over one. Gives us a bit more room to play with. Okay. I think we just gotta hope. You know, we just gotta hope and pray that that we're doing the right thing here. So we'll start off doing it like this. I want to make this rounded machine gun part. I like how rounded that is. We could make it just like that, simple as. And then in here we have a nice little slot for a weapon. Way. And we'll figure out the weapon later on. Right now we'll just keep it as a nice weird rectangular looking thing. What we might even do, why don't we give this a bit of that? Maybe. Hey, Jabberzy, how's it going? Yeah, building the skeleton's a good idea. Like building the chassis. I actually kind of like doing the chassis last, you know? I like to kind of just make some random looking chassis thing. You can see here these vehicles have got random one. This guy's got a bit of a random one going on. Stocker's saying, remember it's got to have 10 people inside. True, but also in our game, this can only, you know, this might be a bit of a smaller one. You know, we're not going for exact realism here, so I don't want to worry too much about things that might not matter. Let's go on this one. Nice level of detail. Thanks, man. It's quite hard, obviously, working with voxels and trying to get like a nice level of detail, but trying my best. Right. Oh, let's notice this, right? So, I'm pretty sure the back of the vehicle is like a diagonal line, right? So, I'm pretty sure it's like this and like this, and then the wheels actually stop like here. Hello. So that's maybe why it was looking a little bit thick. So we maybe have to come back to the length after we've done this bit again. Just constantly back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But it's alright, we'll get it. We'll get it. Yeah, so in the future, this will be both. Well, right now it'll just be decoration, but in the future it'll be like a vehicle that moves and you can shoot at it and you can destroy it and you can maybe even capture it and drive it yourself. We'll see. Yeah, don't worry, Itchy. We're good. This is what I assume DMCA free music, unless this person just put that and he's just gonna claim all my DMCAs. All my DMCAs, yeah, like that. That's the sentence. Oh, guys, this is the issue of the century right here. I'm thinking we actually go back. Now that I think about how much it's going to protrude out, I think we're going to lose 3 of that. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. There we go. Because it's just got so much of a back end on it. Okay, let's just quickly get to that back end. See what it's going to look like. Voxels are just fancier cubes. Very true. Very true, lunatic. Okay, so it looks like, I'm pretty sure, in fact, let's go get some more reference images up. Forgot to keep on into this thing. Right, so we want to just see the back end of it, basically. And the best way to do that is probably just to type in back. Why is there a filter on this image? Why you gotta ruin my day like that? Boom. No, not the same. Looks cool though. Like nobody has a picture of it from behind. No. Come on, where is a nice... There is literally no side. Let's see if there's any similar. Okay, that gives us like a kind of good idea. There's like a thin bit of metal here and then... Okay, cool, right. Let's just go off of that. Okay. Thin. Let's just go with this. I can't remember where my middle is. I think it's one more, maybe. Cool, right. So this has got to be out here. God, making vehicles is so damn hard. Okay, so that's going to be out there, and then we're going to have the nice vertical slope that connects it later on. So we're going to do that. I feel like I'm getting defeated by this, you know? Oh, sorry. See McCord, I didn't see your message if you saw one. That's alright though, we can crack on with this one. Okay, that's actually looking alright. Not the biggest fan of it, but it's not the worst thing ever. Let's have a look what it looks like mirrored. Quite square and boxy, but overall, pretty happy with that. Obviously, so that's like doors that kind of like fold open. Fold open. Hold on, why am I? Yeah, like that. Okay. And then we're gonna, should we do like a big fat line to signify that it's a door? Maybe there. That kind of works. Yeah, okay. That's cool. And there's just enough room to kind of, maybe we'll make some nice little seating inside if we have space. It is a bit cramped, I will admit. We can't break through anymore because then we lose. We can make this stick out. Let's move this shovel. We're gonna be working in this dimension now as well with everything in there. I think it's just kind of got to that point where we can. Opinions on Tropicana, very helpful when you're sat at a computer for long hours. Yeah, I mean orange juice is alright, but I prefer good old water. I drink like a massive amount of water every day. Keeps me nice and hydrated. Would it be possible to give the doors their own physics? Yeah, in the future we'll give them like actually their own physics so you can open and close them, I think. Oh god. I think now would be a good time to kind of maybe shape, do some little furnishings. Okay, yeah, that's good enough for right now. Alright, yeah, I'm actually gonna go back on what I said and I'm gonna remove this dimension. Pretty happy with how it's going so far though. We can also maybe just get rid of that as well. We don't need it. A cookie landmine. Yeah, could do a cookie landmine. Don't know how much sense it will make in like a World War II sense, but sure. Right, so tank traps. Not tank traps, tank wheels, tank roundy boys. How does this fit in here? It doesn't. Okay. So the little cogs are going to be this big. I think we're going to increase this out one, just because then we have more room to kind of play around with. And what we'll do, I think I'll put like 2 big cogs there, and then we'll have smaller, lighter coloured cogs in the center. Maybe like these kind of cogs. Doesn't look great, does it? Maybe take this. Hey Tristan, thanks for the donation. I appreciate it, mate. What have I built so far? We are working on this. It's half of currently a tank track. Tank track? Half track, that's the word. Because what we were doing originally, we were working in this area right here. We'll wait for it to load. But essentially what it is, yeah, so I kind of wanted to have something else in this this car park, this parking lot, to really like bring it together a lot more. So I thought, well, why don't we have a nice little half track? So currently we're working on a half track to put inside this parking lot, and then we can do the rest of the details inside. So this is what we got so far. It's definitely getting there, but it's definitely far off. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is put some more holes in here. What I want it to do is I want it to look like a completely different kind of circular thing. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. That looks like a nice little tank track to me. Maybe these guys should have... Yeah, that will work. Cool, that looks good to me. Can't wait to blow up some factories. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, you know? You like do a little stealth mission, sneak in there, grab the objective, and then just shoot your way out. You know, that's the kind of the fun of the game, and it's gonna have aspects where as you start shooting and as you make more noise, you're gonna have to, you know, there'll be more and more reinforcements, so you're gonna have to really like pick your areas that you want to make noise in. Okay. And then I think what we'll do is we will make... What's the tricky bit here is now we're going to have to figure out what does the inside look like, right? So the inside's pretty much almost there. You know, once it's together, I'll probably make some more little tweaks and stuff. But right now, we need to figure out what does the kind of like the under chassis look like, and what does and then what does the interior look like? Because if you guys can see here, you know, it's an open top thing, so pretty much the entire thing. I'm pretty sure there's just the like 2 compartments already, where the engine sits and then where the people are. Shouldn't the wheels extend to the end of the inside of the truck? Doesn't make sense. Yeah, Jacob, you're probably right, but I think it looks cool like that. Should we have a look what you're talking about there? See if it looks any good. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. That's better. Good suggestion there, mate. Let's go. Maybe should we yeah, let's shorten that. That'll make it easier just to do things around it. And then what I want to do is basically take these 4, and I know it spins from the 2 sides, and I think that all the wheels on the bottom part here are just like not cosmetic, but like just to keep the everything together. I think it's just this wheel that powers it, but I could be completely wrong. That's just like a complete guess. But we're gonna make it 6-wheel drive. Omar said, what if the world adapts as you play? Like if you break a window, the window starts gets repaired later on. I think that's a really good idea. Quite hard to achieve, but maybe something that we can look into in the future, for sure. But great suggestion. Thank you very much, Omar. All right, let's make some. What do? Do I do the? Okay. We're gonna do a bit of this. Kind of show off, not show off, but show a little bit of darker grey. So when you're actually inside, or when you're looking from the outside, if this was just blue here, then it would kind of like, it just wouldn't make the wheels stand out as much. Oh yeah, thanks Weeds. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please leave a like. We're almost at 100 likes, and at 100 likes I will finish the rest of this water. Look at that. I will down the rest of that if we can get to 100 likes. We're almost there. Poop stick kid coding ? Will there be an armor system like different kind of boots that can make less noise when walking? Yes, poop stick kids. It's a really good suggestion, and with the kit system, which I've explained a couple times, basically it's like a way that you equip some gear and you can level up that in that gear, and that gear also has uses. There might be like a kit which is like quieter equipment, you know, maybe you dress it like up as like some sort of World War II ninja. We are almost there though, 97 likes. Hoi. Oh. And if you guys are really enjoying it, and if you can, please feel free to be a member. All that money goes straight to the community helper team, who help moderate the forums, the chats, all that sort of stuff. All those goodies. Okay, this is probably going to get deleted later, but we're just going to get like a basic shape. Oh, no, don't want to go that low. Don't even want to go that low. We want to go 2 off the ground, I think. What have we done for these vehicles? I didn't 1 off the ground for those, but yeah, because it's obviously an off-road vehicle. Yeah, so the medic won't make less noise, but the medic will be able to heal people, heal themselves. What I'm thinking for the kits as well is like every item will have like 1 passive ability and 1 physical ability. So like the rucksack, for example, will be able to you'll be able to carry more stuff, but maybe you can press F or whatever it is and do like some sort of special ability. I just think that would be really, really fun. And then as you progress in that skill level, that ability gets stronger, or maybe you can carry like 1% more stuff every like 10 levels. Yeah, Jacob. It's a multiplayer game, so you can heal your friends while, if you come under fire, or if you're going into, one of the like kind of dungeon instances in the game to go do a boss fight, you want to bring a medic with you. And yeah, see McCord, it's a multiplayer game. Okay, right. I'm gonna make a little engine housing, I think, right here. I'm gonna make it look not super interesting, but just interesting enough that if you, for whatever reason, dig underneath the vehicle and you see underneath it, or maybe it flips over or whatever. So the player model, basically, it's not going to look like, let me show you, for example, like the weapons right now. We are redoing all the weapons, but the weapons look something like this. So if you look here, the weapons look like this. So they're not like quite voxel, but they are like blocky and they fit really well within the actual style themselves. We tried doing voxel weapons like months and months and months ago, like actually making them out of blocks and stuff. And to be honest, it just looks so not right. Like you couldn't put any detail in there. You don't really care about the weapons because they don't look cool. And having cool looking weapons is just like super important for players to actually like want to get the best weapons in the game. There's going to be like 30 weapons in the game. We're gonna kind of go away from having weapons that are already in the in World War II, and we're going to be making our own concept of weapons. In fact, this month's video, half of it's going to be Hydroneer stuff, but then half of it's going to be radio silent stuff, and I'm going to be talking about the concepting stage that we're working on right now, like as of today and tomorrow, where we're coming up with like brand new designs of weapons. We're like physically creating our own weapons, like how they look based on real World War II weapons. And yeah, I'm really excited to do that. Really, really excited. Oh, did we hit 100 likes? I mean, I just saw it go down to 96. On my screen, it says 96 right here. 97. You guys are playing with me. I know you're playing with me. I actually do need a drink of water, so if we could just hurry up with these 100 likes, that would just be, that'd be great. Hey, Tristan, thanks for $10 more. Really appreciate it. I'm sure the community helper team really appreciate your support also. Thank you very much. More stonks. We do like stonks. 103 likes. Cheers. This one's for Tristan. This one's for our boy Tristan. Now I gotta refill it. And while I refill it, we have got the Be Right Back segment. So please, guys, enjoy. And I will be right back. I am back. All right. Mr. Pooper says he read this book back in his prime, aka third grade. Sounds like you didn't graduate the third grade. I think this should actually be this low. Armored trains you can derail. I'm gonna make it so you can like derail, like actually derail the rails. You know, blow up bits of rail track and stuff, because that's like a very big part of partisans in World War II. They would actively go out destroying bits of rail track, so then the Germans could not transport things. Alright, here's the metal bottom of the vehicle. Although, you know what? I think I'm going to make it this color. Yeah, no VR in this game, fortunately. Maybe in the future, but probably not. Probably not. Alrighty. So yeah, who is excited for Hydrogen multiplayer? Can I get some eggs in the chat if you're excited for Hydrogen multiplayer, please? Just give me an egg. Gotta wait for stream just to catch up to my chat. Egg, nice. HEB doesn't want multiplayer. Nice, I'm seeing lots of eggs. I'm liking the eggs. That's a lot of eggs. That's what I like to see. Right, we are going to make a nice little engine in here now. I think I'm going to make it out of, yeah, this green. It's going to be a green engine. Not that matters. That's what it's going to look like. It's kind of weird to make engines because they don't really look that great. But I guess if someone's cutting this up in the future, then I hope you can appreciate this nice little engine that I put in right here. Ah, no, that's wood. We don't want to make that out of wood. Is that? No. What am I doing? I am off my game right here. Come on. Right, it's gonna have a yellow top on it. It's gonna be made out of this. What is technically just rusted metal. Oh no, it's painted metal. Why have I got painted metal and rusted metal? That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Past Max was probably just being an idiot, you know? You know that Past Max guy? Such an idiot. Awesome. Right, that's that done. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. Don't forget the exhaust pipe, thank you. Will not forget. I also want to do like a big fat wire that comes off the top. But right now, I think what we need to do is make like a cool like wooden flooring. I think it might be time to duplicate it. So let's do that. I also want to get rid of the shovel on the side because I only want it to be on like one side basically. And then we can put something else on this side. What do you think should go in this little slot here? Some sort of type of equipment that they would have on the side. Oh, this one's got a gun. I just noticed this one's actually got like a howitzer on it. Huh. Logs is a good one, yeah. They would have logs for. I think if they would get stuck in the mud, they would put a log down and then use that to like drive over it to give you like friction. Medkits, I mean, trouble with putting anything in the game, like a medkit is like, because it's a usable item in the game, you don't really want to have it as like something that a player can't use. You want, if it's a usable item, you want every instance of that item whenever it appears to be shown as if you can use it, if that makes any sense. I don't think I really explained myself that well, but we'll see. I mean, here's a little bit of a log. I've made finer logs in my day, if you know what I mean. I don't think that's too bad. Then we could have like maybe some straps to tie it down. Blitz says game looks dark. Someone ban him. Just gonna tie it right here. Okay, it's looking good. I'm gonna increase the lighting. God damn it! Someone ban Blitz quickly, ban him, ban him. Fuel canister, yeah, we could maybe put like a little jerry can on the back or something. Also need to sort out that gun, need to sort out the interiors. I think what we'll do first though is some nice chic wooden flooring. So we'll go like so. A famous YouTuber. This Blitz guy. It's like, come on, if anyone's famous, it's me, not Blitz, right? Let's just get one thing straight. Right. Just gonna do some like little planks. So it actually looks like it's made out of nice wood and not just brown floor. Yeah, it looks alright. This actually looks way better in game than it does in Magicka every time I do this kind of flooring. I can show you. See, Blitz, look how not dark it is. Just get that out of the way for now. Okay, here we go. Oh. Handreel's not being... It's exploding on me. When I alt-tab out for a while, it really doesn't like me. Stop it. Yeah, this flooring. Oh god. Yeah, this flooring right here, see? It like actually looks a lot nicer. That looked like crap in Magicka, and now it looks really nice. Yes. So yeah, the tank will, I mean, we'll probably have to just remove absolutely everything that we did before. I'm also now thinking there's not much point in having sandbags here because it gives you like absolutely no room to move around. So maybe we need to actually sort this out. Oh god, this has not been a productive, well, it has been productive, but map-wise it hasn't been too productive. Okay, so let's cover up the back here. I'm pretty sure like we'll just have one little driver's seat. And then like maybe like a little stool, like a really like just comedically not that like just a stool like this, just like a silly looking thing where the gunner would essentially just stand and gun away. Cool, yeah, no worries, Blitz. I'll check it out after the stream. Thanks for joining. See what he... Okay. hide that engine away. The engine, not Unreal Engine 4, to do like teardown is free for Unreal. Okay, so Jeremy, what I'm using here is called the voxel plugin, right? And that's a free, well, it has got a free version, it's got a paid version. To make a game similar to teardown, you can literally just use the voxel plugin. If you wouldn't mind linking a video to the voxel plugin show reel, if you can find that. But basically you can do like loads and loads of different stuff with the actual plugin on the free version. So I use that. That's a plugin for Unreal, so you need Unreal to do that. And then to make the voxel assets, you need Magica Engine, which is also free. So I did like technically everything that I've done here, I've basically done for, you know, using free products or things that I've made myself. Obviously there are things that I have paid for, and there are bits of like software that we use that isn't free. But yeah, you could pretty much do what it like quite a lot with the free version of the voxel engine. So I really do recommend it for anyone who's like wanting to do anything like this, really. Right, so let's kind of right, how are we going to do this? Oh, yeah, no worries. Let's have a look. I'm really happy with how this is coming out. It's just tricky because the inside, obviously you're meant to have seats on both sides, and that's not going to happen here. Like a person is like that wide, you know? Not ideal. Epic Games Launcher doesn't like your emails. Okay. Put some ropes hanging on the car for added detail. Could do. What's going on here? There's like some... Okay. Right. I think I want to kind of like improve the chassis a bit, make the chassis look a bit more... There you go, that looks alright. That'll do for a chassis, especially something that you're not really going to see ever. Doesn't need to be super detailed. Overall, exterior is looking fab. I really like this exterior. Let's put some like 2 little door handles on the back. Yeah, that looks good. And like there. Oh, that looks cool. Right, so yeah, those doors swing open. People can kind of come in and out. Maybe we can put some like little fabric rolls, like bed rolls here. So let's use some of this fabric color. It's quite bright, but what can you do? Let's make sure we're on a... Oh, there we go. We were not on the right color set. This is much nicer. I think what I might do actually is kind of do the same as this, where you've got like multiple rolls. So we'll make them 10 long, like that, and then they can have brown straps. See, this is fabric here. These 2 columns are fabric, and like it's super important that I don't use like if I use plaster here, that would be really bad, because if you shot these, it would sound like plaster being broken. So it's like super important that if I'm using a material, I'm using the correct material, because yeah, just moving through the world and everything, you really want it just to sound as it should, and we can use the correct materials to achieve that. So let's maybe have a little brown thing to... There we go. These are looking a bit off. I didn't make them that color before. I think I made them yellow before. For some reason it's using a different... I have to sort that out later. Just put a seat on the side. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Oh yeah, Tactical Destroyer. You are full of good ideas. Holy moly. We do need a trailer hitch. Where was it? On this one where you see all these fat boys getting... Look how fat all these guys are. That's definitely a reenactment. It does have a trailer hitch. A Taylor Swift, a way to wish. Right. There we go. Could go like that, but no, I think it's a bit overkill. We'll just go like that. Those guys are stuck in there. Yeah, Tom Cruise base. They are. He is not getting out of there. He can't even get his foot up. He is. Yeah. Looks like this guy was in charge of looking after the cookies, and I think he ate all of them. I say this, I'm being fucking horrible to these random people. I'm sure they're lovely people. Right. Yeah, random crash World War I vehicles. In this world, there isn't actually like a World War I. So maybe not that, but we could still do like some crash vehicles and stuff from like the Advance. Really what we're doing is we're trying to tell a story at every single part of the world. So if I head over to the world map, this is a very rough world map of what we have right now. Just in this red circle, this is everything we have, right? So the world is actually, you know, it's going to be pretty big. This right here is that building that we're working on right now. Obviously, this isn't to scale and it's not a great representation of everything, but this is that building we're working on right now. It's just probably going to freeze up a bit. No? Okay, it's going to behave. So you can see here, that's that building. This is the entire town. It's quite big. But there is so much more world. All this stuff down right here at the bottom that I haven't even planned. So don't worry, we're gonna have like so much to get to. With kind of like destroyed areas of the map. You know, what was that town called? There was like a Russian town. It was in that really good film, Enemy at the Gates. It's like a really famous Russian town that got absolutely destroyed in the war. Oh god. Can anyone remember? It's a town and it's in Russia and it got destroyed in the war. Not Moscow. I can't remember. Stalingrad. I think it's Stalingrad. But yeah, basically the entire world is like completely, like the entire like area of that map will be completely destroyed. They'll just, and you'll have to like literally like run through buildings. It'll probably be quite hard. There won't be any like local population there, or there might be like very small people hidden about. But it'll be like the hard area of the, you know, the hard part of the map, and that's like just gonna be super. Yeah, or Leningrad. It was Stalingrad or Leningrad, one of the two. But speaking of which, has anyone seen the film Enemy at the Gates? Because if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's such a banger of a film. Right, we're gonna have some little chairs here. We are getting to the end of this vehicle, and I'm really, really happy with how it's gone so far. I hope you guys like it too. Yeah, what a nice looking vehicle. Right, let's not look at these boys anymore. Let's go over here. So we got a little radio antenna on the right side. So let's maybe make that as well. That'd be quite fun. Maybe just like sticking on the outside right here. And then we can make it kind of curl up a bit. Oh, yeah, that looks cool. Oh yeah, the accents are awful in the film, but it is an amazing film. It's literally like one of my favorite films ever. Yeah, Saving Private Ryan's a good one. I started a series on Netflix yesterday, or was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday. Called SSGB, and it's like kind of it's a BBC program. about like what would happen if, you know, Nazis won the war. Kind of like Man in the High Castle, which I didn't really like. Man in the High Castle, I thought it was a bit cheesy. And this film, it wasn't good. Oh, this TV show, it wasn't good. I didn't like it. If any of you guys have seen it, let me know what you think. Tio, if you check out my last video, the announcement video for this game, Radio Silent, it'll tell you everything you need to know. Basically, it's a stealth shooter set in a alternative universe, World War II. And yeah, and it's a multiplayer game. This is really coming along. I don't know about you guys, but I think this is looking awesome. I really like it. I like how it has its own style. It doesn't look exactly similar to the reference images that we're using. Great work, team. And this is really a team effort. You know, you guys have been helping me along the way, giving me suggestions about what to do. And I, really appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate everyone liking the video. If you're enjoying things, please do like that video. Subscribe. Be nice to people. But more importantly, be nice to me. Right. We're almost there. I think I'm not going to do a middle seat. I think we're just going to have like 2 little sidey seats. How does that work? Okay. Right, I would call that done. I like the log. These colors stick out a bit too much. Maybe there's another color we can use. Oh no, that's the trouble with these colors. They're so bright that they, I think maybe red, but then red to me says explosive, right? Like every game, you got to be really careful where you use red because people will think that it is just explosives. This is brickwork, so we can't use that color. Can't use this one because this is greenery, so it has like a completely different sound. We could use this. Oh yeah, orange is quite nice. Nah, we're gonna go with green. We're gonna go with green. I think it might be this accent color that's throwing me off. There we go. That, I think, works a bit nicer. Okay, cool. Right, we're happy with that. Oh, you found me while watching Ray Kit's live stream. That's awesome. I'm not sure what my discoverability on YouTube has been since I started doing these weekly dev vlogs. But if you have joined me completely randomly, maybe you're not even a Hydroneer fan, that is awesome. Please let me know. Guys, if anyone is in the chat and they've found me not because of Hydroneer, please do let me know. I am very interested to know how people are finding my videos. All right, this is looking awesome. I think we're done with it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just grab this box. So what we're gonna do is, first we're gonna save, and then we're gonna duplicate set box, and then we're gonna call it MA vehicle half track. So now it'll appear over here. Go over here. We're gonna take that off for now. Highlight. Oh no! Highlight everything. Control I. Delete that. Make that small. And then we have our vehicle right here. Now we're gonna go into Unreal. I'm gonna find this guy. I'm just going to drag it in, and it is literally as simple as that. Hold on, something funny's going on. Say as simple as that. There we go. Now we can just use it. It's literally like straight out the box, super simple to use. We can quite literally just grab that half track, throw it in the world right there, and there we have it, ready to go. And then I'm going to move that later on. I'll just leave it there for now. Okay. Moon Monkey says he found my channel from Hydroneer, and I found Hydroneer from Let's Game It Out. Yeah, a lot of people I think found the game just from Let's Game It Out when he did his videos. Big Genghis, feel free. So TLDR on this game, right? Multiplayer, stealth, not survival, stealth shooter set in an alternative universe, World War II. I can't really say it's quite like X because it's not really like anything. It's destructible like Teardown, but it's also stealth like Payday, but it's also World War II and cooperative multiplayer like Foxhole, if you know that game, or Squad. So yeah, like just imagine all those things just, and then that's what you got here. I found your channel from Real Civil Engineer. Awesome. Found you from Blitz. Found you through Blitz. Search for devlog and I stumbled on your channel yesterday. It did start with Hydroneer, but I just went to your channel and was looking at your most recent video. Awesome. Thank you very much for joining us, Travis Tracy. Awesome to hear that you're in. Genghis, hit the... There's a few links below, right? So there's the Discord. It's a Hydroneer and Radio Silent Discord. It's got a bit of both. Just subscribe, man. Subscribe. It's the best way to do it. Yeah. All right. Let's actually position this right. So, problem with this right here, all right, is if we're driving our half track through here, is oh god, right. Ooh, it's too low, and there we go. Right. Okay, so if we're driving it through here, we aren't going to get round this bend right here, are we? So I'm going to say, right, we're going to move over here for now. We're going to have to grab all these little bits here, and all of these bits are going to have to be moved backwards because there is not enough room to swing a cat or drive a car around here. And as you guys know, the Nazis were known for doing both of those things, swinging cats and driving cars. I was going to make a game that's basically the same. I'm not sure. Yeah, Teardown and Airsoft. That's weird. I've never seen a game that's like Airsoft in a game because Airsoft kind of is like real life. It's kind of like paintballing. Komodo Gaming. Yeah. Komodo. One of those, I think. Right, so I think what we'll do, right, is we'll move this guy over here. This guy can park here. And this guy can park right here. And we can also, later on, chuck a few of these in the airport over there. Way over yonder. Where they belong. So yeah, for now we'll just put the half track there. So it's looking menacingly there. I don't want to have this grey truck here, or blue rather. So I'm going to put a green, pick up green there, because green's going to look way nicer. Just up against, because you know, two blues next to each other is just not nice on the eyeballs. Sylvain says, I'm playing Hydroneer since early release and still love it. Can't wait to play in this one. Thank you very much, Sylvain. Appreciate the kind words. Yeah. Oh god, man, that was ages ago. You know, when, I mean, this time last year was when I kind of like, when Hydroneer really started blowing up in popularity, and what a time that was. You know, for little old me being a full-time barman with my hobby project. Not even a hobby project, my, you know, something I was working very, very hard on. Finally making it out into the big bad world. That was both exciting and also scary. Scary time of like trying not to fuck it up. But yeah, that was ages ago. Thanks for coming along the journey all this way. Alright, we're gonna put maybe a little bush over here. Nice. So you can kind of, you can hide behind a little bush. Come up here, climb up these crates. Whose idea was that to put the crates there? That was a genius idea. And then kind of coming along here. And then maybe like breaking into the windows, right? Let's say you got to kill a target who's like standing here. Climb up onto this roof. Get your sniper out and just poke it through that window. Give it a little... Yeah, Moon Monkey, that's cool. That's a cool idea. Right. I think we're about done in this little car park. I think we should start moving inside. Maybe like one more thing right here. Maybe I'll put that one inside. Just because why not? There we go. Yeah, bar hours are not fun. But then again, it wasn't doing a lot of hours, so yeah, I was kind of like just living at home with my parents and being like, please don't kick me out. I'm working really hard. And they'd be like, you gotta have a job. You can't just do this silly game development thing. And yeah, my parents would literally I'm sorry if my dad's watching or anything, but my parents would literally tell me to go and get a job, right? They'd be like, yeah, go and get a job. You can't just do this game development thing. It's not going to turn out into anything. Little did they know, it turns out to be something pretty big. But no, they were very supportive. Right, okay, so let's have a look at the inside. So inside here, apologies for like the FPS dropping as well. That's just because we've just got a lot going in this scene. You can see right here we've got almost 2,000 things. Every one of these pink boxes is a different thing. And when you get this many, it starts to get a little bit laggy. We can also actually, what might be a good idea is if we take the, where are we going? If we go village, we can actually start hiding some of these things that we're not looking at, because it will help us with our frame rate. We're working in the train yard right now, so we don't want to hide any of this stuff. Sylvain, hello from Quebec, Canada. Awesome, man. Very, very cool. My best friend's girlfriend is from Quebec, Canada. She's a very nice person. So just by that merit, 100% of people that I know from Quebec are nice people. Can't argue with that logic. Right, so this is like, so what have we got in here? We got a little foreman's office. So this would be kind of like whoever's the boss of this little train yard. And then we've got a little train that they're working on. Maybe there's a wheel that's broken on this thing or whatever. So we're gonna have a few little elements in here. And then what else have we got? Yeah, we're gonna just have crates and stuff. Just various building bits. Maybe we got like hammers and saws lying around as well, like a little workshop table. But what we really want to focus on this entire kind of area right here is we need to focus on having a nicer route that the player can travel through. So you can see here they would come along here and then down here. They could alternatively hop off here. So what we want to have is a nice way that if they do decide to hop off, that they can kind of get into cover quite easily. So maybe there's crates along here with like a small little exit on this right side. So when they hop into here, you can kind of use it as a nice little hiding spot, run out here, take cover behind the train a bit, run around this side. And then what I'm thinking is on the right side of the train, we have maybe more of like an officers kind of area. So maybe, or maybe like just places where they've kind of all sit down and have some tea. Something I do want to look at actually is you see these like fluorescent light bulb things that we've got up above. Maybe we can put some light bulbs in there and I can show you what the light actually looks like in this game, because it's something I've been working on, and it looks really, really good, if I may say so myself. So we're going to use light tube. Look at that light. We're going to just place a few of these down. So you can kind of see here how it's set up. It kind of shoots downwards and like in just a direction. I'm going to place one there. It's looking good. And if you shoot that, it'll explode and the light will disappear as well, which is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right. There we go. So now we got, look at that. Hasn't that just like made this scene look already so much nicer? I rarely have actually done any lighting in this game, like kind of this sort of lighting. And it just pops. It just pops so much. The volumetric fog coming through the light. You know, you can really see how the light comes out in an arc shape. It really just makes the scene pop a lot more. Look at that, beautiful. So yeah, we'll later on, as we kind of develop the world further, we're going to be looking more into lighting elements of the game. Right, sorry, I'm going to catch up with chat for a second. It needs a bunch of storage shelves covered in crates. Yeah, storage shelves would be awesome. What if this back wall we have just like shelving? That would be awesome. This lag reminds me, yeah, it reminds you of Hydrogen. Really funny, yeah. It's lag because we've got so many of these actors in the world right now, and the actual voxel engine isn't particularly optimized well enough. But those optimizations are coming, so don't you guys worry. And also, by the same thing, words. What was I gonna say? Oh man, don't you hate it when that happens? Yeah, the multiplayer update is gonna have so many optimizations in the game. It's gonna just be running buttery smooth. This month's Game Dev Monthly is gonna be on Radio Silent and Hydroneer, and the Hydroneer stuff that I've got is yeah, just a bit of that really, talking about that stuff, and I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too, because it's gonna be a banger of an episode. Let's have some nice little shelving on here. So yeah, this is like the foreman's office. So it's gonna have foreman things, like shelves, and you know what we need is like a filing cabinet. I need to make a filing cabinet. Maybe we'll make one of those in a sec. Oh, lovely. We'll go with maybe like a little sink in the corner. I don't know why, but you can have a little sink. You know, maybe he likes to wash his hands. Could you add me on Discord if I need assistance for Unreal? Moon Monkey, probably not. If you need assistance with anything like that, Unreal Slackers, that Discord server that you join, is really good for asking for help. I'm quite a busy person, you know, rolling 2 games right now. And working with quite a few different people, so yeah, I'd say probably the best way to get help is to help ask on that Discord, and look through tutorials as well if you're new to Unreal. Kind of the best way. People generally help you out a bit more if you have like just a basic understanding of the engine, rather than if you just kind of ask like easy questions, people tend to not help out so much. Just a little tip for you. Right. Yeah, we need some lighting up in this room, don't we? So we can use like this simple bulb. Look at that. That lighting is just really, really nice. My eyeball. Ball of the eye. Well, if you can find blueprints or yeah, so there's going to be, there's going to be like things in the world where you can just pick up like random junk and you can fence it off to different fences. I'm like really excited to bring that to the table. A safe with a rare item. Yeah, a little safe in the corner would be quite cool. Although this guy, he's probably not going to have a safe, you know? He is just a foreman, the person who owns this little establishment. Right, we'll have a little chair. So we can have this chair. Probably need to make some little paperwork stuff later on. Maybe you can have a little armchair in the corner, you know? Little armchair here. I think Itchy Beard made that armchair actually. Yeah, the officer writes his reports. I'm thinking more of a perspective of how the train yard works. So like this is like the train yard's office, and then over here we can have like a makeshift officer's office. He can have a little armchair as a treat, right, Hats? You are dead on. He can have a hammer if he ever needs to just off himself. He can just smash his face in with a hammer. Cool. I think we're done. Maybe we'll put a little barrel in here. Put a little barrel right there. Awesome. That's looking beautiful. How long have we been streaming for? Does anyone know? 3 hours 23. Beautiful. Time is flying by. They usually do. I've been thinking about maybe doing 2 streams a week on YouTube. Maybe. We're going to see how the next, few streams go, and then I will let you folks know in the Game Dev monthly episode coming out this month. If we're gonna keep on like this, or if we're gonna go into 2 streams a week. All right, nice little office we got here. This thing's sorted. Now we should probably move on to this main area. Have a hidden pistol. Yeah, see, with like that stuff's really cool, like hiding little items and stuff in the game, but to be honest, it's tricky because when you hide when you just hide items in the game like that, it's tricky because you kind of don't want it to you kind of want items to spawn as like a reward. So like a gun would drop because you killed someone who's really hard to kill in the game, or who's like very heavily defended. Travis is asking, what does MA mean in my naming convention? So you can see here everything's got like MA prop, hammer rack, you can see here, or MA vehicle, or MA ENV, or MA BLD. So MA just means Magica asset. I could literally call this whatever I wanted to call it, but I like to have prefixes on everything. So if you like just search something up, it's like way easier to find. So if I just type in like MA underscore, and it will come up with like all this Magica asset stuff. Yeah, and then I like to split them into 4 different categories. Building, which is more like structural stuff. Environment, which is more like natural stuff, so like trees and bushes and stuff. Props, which is just props, smaller kind of items. And then vehicles, which are of course vehicles. Kunikazu says, thanks you guys for your job on Hydronair. Thank you very much, mate. And don't worry about your English, it's good. Basemaster says, I always thought of developing a game as some dreary coding thing, but I love watching you be like, oh, and you can have a little object and happily design places. Honestly, this is like the most fun bit of game development. It's just, well, for me personally, I think everyone finds different things fun. But yeah, I just love creating stories in my head while I'm building things. It might take a little bit extra time, but just that like hand finished kind of level design is just like makes a game so much more fun in my opinion. With Hydroneer's assets, what does SM mean? Static mesh. Yeah, SM is generally a lot of people with their static meshes, they'll prefix it with SM. Just naming conventions, makes things way easier to find. Keeps the project nice and tidy. Max spends the other 20 hours a day slaving away in the code mines. Yeah, pretty much. This is the only thing that... yeah, I mean, to be fair, literally, other than, the weekend, and, like hanging out with my girlfriend and playing games with the boys, this is what I get excited about. I absolutely love game development, and I love working on this level design stuff. Oh yeah, a way to jump on the top of the train would be awesome. Let's do that. Right, okay, let's think about layout. And what I'm going to do to design the layout is I'm actually... should we just... I'm thinking maybe if we just design cubes, right? We use cubes just to figure out what spaces we should have. So I'm thinking, let's start over here because that's a pretty good idea. Also, this music is killing me. There we go. Right, so let's go like here. We're just gonna like block it. This is called blocking out, and it basically means we're kind of like figuring out what levels everything should be. So you can kind of decide later on when you actually put assets into the game, what it should look like. And because this is like such a tight space, I guess, I really want to make sure that I'm getting everything perfect the way I want it. So I'm thinking maybe there should be like a little table here. So I'll put like a table there. So there's enough room to kind of climb around this way. You. Oh, useless backwards. Is it? Yeah, useless backwards. Yeah. Personally prefer the programming part, development, writing, all that stuff can definitely be tedious and annoying. But when you're not hitting roadblocks, it's incredible. Yeah, definitely. Like when you're on I like to have like a playlist where like it just puts me in like a nice little programming zone. I don't know if you have the same thing, but yeah, when you got like smooth sailing programming and you're just like not hitting any bugs, it is awesome. Right, I'm just going to throw these down for now and we'll move them a bit better later on and make them a bit tidier. Do you think Unreal will work if you just downloaded the files from Discord or something? You should probably just install Discord from the Epic Game Launcher if you want it. Sorry, you should just install Unreal Engine from the Game Launcher if you want Unreal Engine. We'll go with like a little table here. And maybe I'm thinking we have some sandbags right here. Some sort of sandbag thing there, little table there. Okay, yeah, I think this gives us a nice bit of cover. We should move this forward a bit so we can kind of come around the back. The width of a person is like just shorter than this, I think. Yeah, I feel like Jacob's asking if would we have placeable wooden planks like teardown. Maybe in a kit, but I'm thinking maybe like if you have like sandbags where you can place down. So if you're planning like an ambush, like let's say I wanted to just like open fire and just like get a like light machine gun and just like tear everyone inside this building apart. I'd probably place like sandbags down here and have like nice little defenses, maybe like a little med kit or place down, and then just light them up, you know. All right. Let's now replace some of these things with crates. Actually, let's do the tables first. So I want to go, we're going to use table basic here. And we'll put some like little tools in here and stuff. That marker was a bit big, but that's fine. Yeah, I find like sometimes if music has got lyrics in it, it can sometimes put me off slightly, but not like by a massive amount. Yeah, I like to, especially when I'm doing like world design like this, I like to listen to podcasts. I listen to like quite a lot of podcasts when I'm doing level design. I need to name these sandbags better. I'm going to name them now actually, it's going to take a little sec, but sandbag half. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like watching too many live streams as well. Because then I kind of want to interact and I kind of get distracted a bit. Like to be honest, I don't watch a lot of live streams at all. I don't know, maybe if that's noticeable from the way that I do streams, but yeah, like I've probably only watched like under 100 hours of live streams. Probably not even that. Maybe like 30 hours of live streams I think I've watched. Yeah. Alright, let's put some props on this little table. I'm thinking things like a saw. Oh no, that's the big saw. We want small saw. That's way too big. And then we want hammer. Where's hammer? Probably be in here. There you go. Some nice little tools there. I wish we had more little tools. I think I need to work on little tools, little bits of paper and stuff. Yeah, let's really, really quickly. It's going to take me literally 2 seconds to make. Let's quickly make a MA prop paper. Let's just really quickly grab that. Fabric gray. Huh. Didn't realize that was fabric. Okay, let's make it out of fabric. It doesn't really matter that much. Let's make it 2 out of 3, like that. This is just the God, just importing something this simple is just makes me feel weird. Prop paper. Let's chuck that in there. Go away. Go away. There we go. Piece of paper, and we can put a little piece of paper in Mr. Matey's office. Or we could probably even make like a little stack of paper. Nice. Stack of paper. Travis says, do you use any type of version control system? Not on Radio Silent, because I'm the only one that uses it right now. I'm the only developer that's kind of like hands-on. Obviously we've got like sound designers and like and 3D modelers and UI designers and stuff, but they're just sending me the assets and I'm importing them. Version controls are also not just good for collaboration, but also for backing things up. And to be honest, I prefer to just back it up on Google Drive every night when I'm done working. Because I find that version control in Unreal Engine can sometimes slow me down. For those that don't know, version control is like when you essentially back everything up. It's kind of like saving a project as like a different name every time you save it, kind of. But yeah, I don't really do that. I just use Google Drive. Yeah, some little tools would be nice. Yeah, Unreal Engine has like, well, what usually you have is for level design, not really. There is like, I think there's like 1 or 2 level design tools, but I don't think they're very good. So like, you know, I'd love to have like, you know, 2 people in this world, you know, or someone else with me in this world, like helping me build things at, you know, in the exact same time. But I don't think there's one plugin that I can't remember the name of that does it, but I don't know. I don't think so. And plus, it's kind of nice just having it as my thing, because then the world looks more consistent, and it also gives me like a nice little project to be getting on with myself, even though the project is absolutely freaking massive. But that's fine. I mean, Unity users have the same headaches with it. Just curious with your workflow for backing up. Yeah, honestly, like some of my friends I work with, they make fun of me for for using that kind of source control. But yeah, like fuck it. If it's whatever works for you, really. You know, whatever makes you ship your game faster. Yeah. All right, so this is like a nice little cubby hole. The player can hop off and jump in here. I think what we need is like some crates like along the floor here. What would be really cool is if I built in like steps to go underneath the train. Yeah, thanks for joining us, Jacob. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks for hanging out. And if you guys haven't already, please hit that like button and the subscribe button and all the buttons you can find down there. Just hit every single one of them. Sylvain, will we be able to build anything in the game or just destroy the work you do? So I'm thinking maybe that question comes up a little bit. I'm thinking maybe about like being able to place down like sandbags and stuff, but I haven't really decided 100% yet. So maybe it's a big old solid maybe. Alright, here we go. Looking good, looking good. Oh, that's not looking good. Now it is. Hit the flag icon. No, not that. Not that button. Every other button. Hey, see you later, Tactical Destroyer. Thanks for joining us, mate. Appreciate it. You've been very, very helpful today as well. Not feeling this one, music. All right. Oh. All right. Wow, I can't believe I actually had like way more planned for this stream, but I guess we spent so long on that vehicle, and yeah, wow, we are really cracking through it. But you know, I got a few more hours in me. If you guys want to stick around, how long are we going for now? Kind of on 3 hours 40. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream as well. Let me know. Feedback as well is also really important. So you know, if you feel I could have done something better or whatever, feel free to hit me up on Discord in the Radio Silent chat, or just at me on Twitter, and I will see your comment. Putting a few of these green covers on here just to make these crates look a little bit different. You know, it looks kind of lame if they all are the same exact crate. Wicked. This is a game developer shirt I got from Steam. I got it just this week actually. Steam sent me a nice little package with a bunch of cool stuff on it. Oh, well, you can see that. In fact, I got some of it down here. They sent me these nice little boxes saying thank you from Steam. There's things like this. These have got mugs in them. Oh wow. They also sent me a bunch of these t-shirts. So they sent me like 10 different t-shirts, and then 5 hoodies as well, which are really cool, so I'm passing these out to my team. But yeah, they're They're Steam exclusives, so yeah, you gotta. They're like one-time only kind of things. They're really cool, and the materials are really nice as well. Really happy with them. Yeah, there'll be in-game chat, and there'll also probably be microphone chat as well. Oh, thanks for joining us, Moon Monkey. See you later. Right, let's get this thing finished, and then see where we're at. Maybe we'll finish the stream after this. Maybe we won't. Who knows? Hey, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate you hanging out with us. It's cool. I really enjoy these things. You know, like it's just really nice to make the world with people and get like feedback as I do it. You know, people saying, I like how that looks there, or I don't like how that looks there. You know, or just passing me suggestions like, hey, you should try this. Really makes development even more fun than it already is, and it already is pretty damn fun. So yeah, thanks so much for joining as well. So maybe put that up there. So now you can kind of like sneak around the back of here. You can kind of, maybe we need a bit more height there. So you can hide on these things. A lot of this stuff is also going to change when we actually get into the game. You know, obviously right now there isn't like any AI in the game, so we can't actually properly test out what these levels are going to feel like. But there's plenty of time later on to be changing them, depending on how the tests do. You know, and maybe I might even do tests. Might even hand some keys out for testing. I don't know yet. I haven't really decided how we're doing testing. It would be quite nice just to hand some keys out for free. Maybe like give them to YouTube members first or something. Who knows? Who knows? Got some weird texture issues on this. Right. I think we need maybe a bit more against this back wall. Put that there. Just get every single one of these crates. Thanks. See you later, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Okay, cool. That's looking good. Nice one, Black TNT. You are here for 100% of the of Radio Silence development so far. Congratulations. Yo, imagine if you hated the game when it came out. That would be very funny, but also very horrible. Spending this much time like dedicating yourself to finding out about the development and like coming through with us all the way to not liking the game. That would be kind of funny in a way. See you later, Captain Cakes. Hey, Universal Games, how's it going? Any way to get on top of the train? Yeah, we need to make a way to get on top of the train. Thanks for reminding me, Sylvain. Sylvain. What's the best way? I mean, we could make a crate passage up here. Yeah, let's do that. Because on the other side, I don't really want to have a way to get up there. There you go. You could definitely get up there. Just bop, 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 bop. For sure. This is looking amazing so far though. I love how I really wanted it just to look super boxy and just look like there's just so much going on. I think we need to add in a few more little kind of more minor pieces later on, like things just to kind of break up the boxiness. But so far it's looking wicked. Like we'll have things like this little piece of paper. We can kind of dot this piece of paper around like it's maybe order notices and stuff. That kind of just like strung around. Right, I'm gonna be right back. She's go to the bathroom, but while I do that, let's have a little intermission with Where's Wally? Be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. How are we doing? Has anyone found Waldo yet? Okay, so yeah, over here, I had like a really nice little covered tent. I can't remember what it's called though. Oh, what if we just had a big fat stack of logs? Kind of fits. You found the binoculars, nice. Nice. It's kind of ironic, isn't it, to lose your binoculars? I like how the light comes down on here as well with these just little bits of shadow. Right, and then here we want to have some sandbags. Sandbag half. Sandbag 1, is that sandbag? Yeah, we're gonna rename that single. Always weird seeing door handles in the middle of doors. Don't know what you mean by that. Is there a door somewhere with a door handle in the middle of it, or? Oh, we're about to hit 2,000 actors in the game. 2,000 individually placed things. It's like every single tree is just individually placed, you know? Right. This is looking really nice. Quite like it how it is. You know, it'd be even nicer if you could actually go behind. So you can kind of go behind here. Maybe what we need is a upright box. Maybe like that. Great. Well, that is looking really, really nice. What an awesome train yard. Just needs more behind it, I guess. More. There's going to be kind of like mountains behind this one. If you look at the world map, see there's quite a few like mountains behind everything. So behind here, there'll be quite a lot of like hills and mountains and stuff to really kind of block it in. You see the train kind of comes off the map in that direction. Great. So yeah, we did a whole half track. That was just a lot of work. Just focusing on this area. This is looking really cool. It's just a nice little skirmish, you know, like when you're playing the game, you're gonna come over here and just have like a really cool, fun little skirmish in sneaking around in this area, completing missions, stealing documents, killing targets. Perfect. Right, and with that, guys, I think that is the end of the stream. So yeah, thanks so much for joining once again. Yeah, really, really nice stream. Really enjoyed that. So next week, probably going to be looking at one of the other areas that we didn't cover this week. Because we did the half track, it just took so much time. So, but I'm really, really happy with this. We've got some really good ideas as well. I really love the ideas that came through today. So yeah, thanks so much for stopping by, everyone. And I will see you next week, next Tuesday, 8 p.m. GMT. But yeah, thanks so much for joining, everyone. See you all next week.